Day is a song about depression. It's about how ultimately your depression is going to be there, and no amount of covering it up, forcing yourself to heal will work. People try and help, but sometimes it's just too much. Whether it be death, heartbreak, failure, anything that can cause these heavy emotions, these things happen to everyone, you know? And once they happen, you can't take it back. There's no redos in life. All you can do is keep surviving, and then one day you'll remember how to live, how to be happy. But these events and those feelings about those events, they're always going to be here, you know? One day you'll be better. One day it'll be like a scar on your body, but you can't force or rush it to mend. You'll grow and you'll live again, but there's no amount of covering it up that'll ever make you feel better.
Huh? Well, yeah, but nice things can't last forever.
That's exactly it. Are the best parts of life really just finding momentary distractions to keep yourself busy so you don't think about the harsh realities of life for a second? I can ride roller coasters, meet new friends, and spend time with my family all day long. It doesn't change the fact that the sun is just gonna explode. And all this was for nothing.
I use this clip of Smiling Friends because I think it perfectly represents this depression that can't be solved with distractions. You know, for the characters, it couldn't be solved by going to an amusement park, or, you know, because at the end of the day, the sun will explode. You know, it's that this depression is just too much to solve with distractions or trying to be cheered up, trying to put on this happy facade isn't working. Putting a quick patch over a rip in your jeans won't make them new and whole again. You're still going to have the cut in the actual jean. There's still going to be a clear patch on top of it, you know? And even if you try your best to make it look perfect and like new again, it's going to be visible. You're going to see the seams that ripped. You're going to see everything that's damaged, you know?
They'll say you'll feel brand new, someone completely different.
When writing this song, so many things popped into my head. Like, there's other fish in the sea. Soon enough, everything will be normal again. One day it'll be like none of this happened. You know, that idea that one day all these feelings are going to go away fully. It won't matter what you felt or that you're depressed now or that these devastating events happen because one day it'll all be gone. One day you won't even think about this stuff, right? And it's like, well,
one day you'll see time doesn't heal wounds, it just masks them clearly. Bandages, ointment and ice, doing things to hide the scars, but nothing will suffice. I know you thought you could return, but we don't go back to who we were. Our memories just burn on.
this verse is one of the more upsetting sides to hear. You know, this is kind of like the beginning of your depression, like going through the motions of your depression. It's a response to the post from before and kind of talking to that person with depression. It's kind of saying that, you know, time doesn't heal or solve these problems. It doesn't make these events not happen. All it does is leave clear scars in your body, you know? These scars can't be mended, nor can they be hidden. You can't rush this healing process no matter how much you try to be happy or forget these events. They happened. It all happened. And when this healing does eventually, you know, come about, it's not healed, it's not new, it's not like your skin's perfectly fine again. You're scarred, you know? I stabbed myself years ago. I still have a scar in my hand. You're gonna have this mark on you for the rest of your life. You know? You're gonna remember this pain, this sadness, this frustration. You can't go back to the peace before this event. It's part of your story now. You know, you're no longer the same person. You have changed.
One day you'll stop crying one night. One day you'll feel yourself filled with life. One day you'll find the lyrics to write. One day you'll fly.
So the first verse talks about kind of the depression and how you can't force yourself to hear how you're going to live with all this. I kind of wrote it seemed like hopeless almost because when you're going through this depression, you do feel hopeless. You feel like there's no end in sight. There's no silver lining. This second part is kind of closer to when you're at the end of these feelings, when you can't see the blue sky behind the gray clouds. It kind of reinforces how, yes, you won't be the same. You won't be normal. It won't be normal again, but you'll stop crying every night. You'll find joy in life again. You'll find the passions and motivation to do what you love. One day you're going to fly and overcome these burdens. You're always going to have these scars, and looking back, you're going to feel pain, but you survived, and now you're living again. You beat it. And that's ultimately what this is all about, is you're going to stay scarred. It's going to be part of you, but you can still beat it. You can still win. Don't give up just because your skin will be scarred. Don't give up just because you feel bad now. As devastating as it is, as crushing as it is, it might not be normal again, but you can improve it, make it better than it was.
Pip, did you want to show Desmond anything else, or we good?